Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for joining me today. I know it's been a while since I made a video, and I apologize. I've been dealing with a lot in my personal life, but today I want to make a video talking about BARF diet, basically a how-to BARF diet, a quick, easy, straight to the point video to allow beginners to just get the gist of it, get into it, and then as they gain experience and do more research, they'll be able to fine-tune their recipes and their formulas for their dogs. But today I want to give you all the important stuff that you would need just to get started, switch your dog off of that kibble. And this video is motivated by all of the comments and questions that I've been getting recently regarding skin conditions and just people who really want to switch. BARF diet, raw diet's becoming more prevalent, and it should have been that way from the beginning, and it was at one point, and then veterinary medicine kind of created this idea that dogs eat dog food, cats eat cat food. Maybe they didn't create the idea, but they definitely pushed it. But food companies created this idea just to make money. But anyway, today, quick, simple video, straight to the point of, pretty much what to do, how to get started. Alright, so if you haven't seen my other videos, check them out. And this one will also be a great addition to the others. Now, 2 to 3% of your dog's ideal body weight. That's what you want to be feeding daily. Alright, 2 to 3% of your dog's ideal body weight. So whatever that is, you calculate 2 to 3% of it, and that's the weight that you should be feeding daily. Now, I recommend that, break that up, break that number up. If you want to break it up into 3, go ahead. I find that 2 meals usually does the trick very well. Break that number up into 2 meals, and one morning, one afternoon, and your dog will love you for it. Let's talk about the ingredients of BARF diet. Now, obviously, it's raw food. It's going to consist of your muscle meats, which are going to be your main ingredient, bones for calcium, organs, very dense in nutrients, fats, alright? You don't want to overdo it, but dogs do need fats just like we do. People are scared of feeding fish. We're going to talk about that. Fruits and veggies as well. Listen, your dog can digest a little bit of fruits and veggies, but you can help that process out, and we'll talk about that. And overall, what you want to do is, and this will come with experience and come with doing this in a long term, is creating that balanced formula that your dog just thrives on. I mean, your dog will thrive on this regardless. And I promise you, as soon as you switch from kibble to raw, you will absolutely notice the difference in your dog's energy levels and enthusiasm to eat, and just very high functioning. Percentage wise, so, and you'll do research, and like I said, everyone will kind of be a little different, but this is the method that I use and I've been using for a very long time, and I've had no problems with it. So for muscle meat, it's your main ingredient. I say roughly about 80% of your dog's meal should be muscle meat. The other 20% will break up into bones. Bones, I think, should be anywhere between 5 and 10%. However you want to mix it up. Organ meats, very important. They're very dense in nutrients and vitamins. and you want to incorporate that in the diet as well. Now, I say about 5% of the diet should be organs, and liver, kidneys, spleen, you know, varied organs. Now, 5% may seem low to some of you, but I want you to be aware that organs are very, very dense in nutrients and vitamins, and it can cause diarrhea. So start low and maybe tweak it if you want to add a little more organs, absolutely, but start low. Alright, see what your dog can tolerate, and take it from there. Bones, like I said, 10% or maybe less. And my thing is, bones maybe 3 times a week. Alright? Feeding too much bones can cause your dog to get impacted, constipated, and diarrhea. Alright? So, it can cause diarrhea as well. So try to find numbers that are going to work for you. Stay away from the extremes. Alright? Fats and fruits and veggies, that last 5%. So 10% bone, 10% organs, 5% organs and 80% muscle meat. And that remaining 5% we can add in fats and also fruits and veggies. Now, fats are kind of gonna tag along with the muscle meat and even in the bone marrow. So that's kind of incorporated depending on the type of meats that you buy. Now, if you buy meats and there's a crap ton of fat on it, do what you would do for yourself. Trim that excess fat off. Don't give all of that fat to your dog. They don't need it. Alright? Just a little bit of fat, just as you would for yourself. Fruits and veggies. Now, if you're going to feed fruits and veggies, I like to steam them. Okay? I like to stick to leafy greens, and I like to steam them before I give them to my dog. Starts the breakdown process, makes it easier for the dog's digestive tract to finish the breakdown process and kind of absorb all of that nutrients and that richness and that goodness that they need. So start the breakdown process, pre-cook them a little bit, and add them in. Now, fruits, fruits are great. People think that you can't feed your dog fruits. I feed Bella bananas and apples and all types of fruits, on a daily basis. I grow beans in the backyard. She picks the beans right off the plants and she eats them. That's just their thing. Now, stay away from grapes, raisins, dates, and avocados. There's just a list of common fruits and veggies that you want to stay away from. So grapes, raisins, dates, anything alike, and avocados. Now, if you're going to feed fruits, it's absolutely fine. Like, if you're going to give an apple, remove the pits, remove the seeds, feed just the fleshiness of the fruit. Stay away from the seeds and the core. Just remove that. Now, fish. A lot of people are, ignorant to feeding fish, and I guess just ignorant to BARF in itself, and we want to change that. So, if you're gonna, you can feed fish, and I'm talking about not like canned fish or filleted fish. You can feed the entire fish, as long as you prepare it properly. Don't be afraid. Your dog can and will digest that thing. It's all about training your dog good habits. I mean, and if you start this from early, from puppy age, you want to hold on to whatever meat you give them and let them gnaw on it and chew on it, so they know that they have to chew their foods, and that's how they learn. So you can feed fish, and we will go into preparation right now. So since we're on fish, let's talk about fish. Fish should be deep frozen for 1 week minimum. Alright, if you want to feed fish, deep freeze it 1 week. Alright, And then you can cut it in half. You can give them the whole thing, whatever you want. But they will be good at eating it as long as you teach them the right ways. Make sure that they're just not swallowing their food. You know, teach them how to chew, and you do that by holding on to the food and just kind of letting them bite on it. All right, and I can make another video at a later date showing and teaching that. But deep freezing, all of your meats need to be deep frozen. Like we said, fish 1 week minimum, and then you can feed it. All right. Poultry, which is probably gonna be most common for a lot of people because of price. I'm realistic. I know that a lot of people just stick to chicken and turkey. I get it. But 3 days minimum. So poultry, 3 days minimum. Pork, beer, anything that would be a carrier for trichinella, 3 weeks minimum. All right, wild meat, anything like that, 3 weeks minimum, deep frozen before you feed. Now, same thing. If you are feeding, now beef, anything else like that, you can get away with maybe 3 weeks, 3 days to maybe a week. You should be good on beef and red meats as well. Now, like I said, part of prepping is, cutting off the excess fat. It will probably be easier to cut off any excess fat. If you're feeding a very bony fish, maybe, just to facilitate a little bit, you might want to just trim off the excess bony fins, help your dog out a little bit. I think doing that stuff before you deep freeze would be easier. I like to feed my food somewhat frozen. I'll let it thaw for a little bit, but somewhat frozen. It helps in slowing the dog down even more, so they really have to work at it, really have to use their muscles, their neck muscles, their jaws, their teeth, and really use their mind to kind of break down that meat and eat. It prevents bloat, and it just really gives them that workout that they need, that they would get in the wild. So feeding it frozen, letting it fully thaw, it's up to you. But I like to do it slightly frozen. We talked about fruits and veggies, removing the pits and the seeds, and steaming veggies to just start that breakdown process. Alright? Now, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. If for whatever reason you're going to include a binder, let's say your dog just develops diarrhea one day, maybe she ate something outside, whatever it is, if you want to incorporate a little bit of rice to help out with the diarrhea, please cook the rice. I mean, it sounds stupid, but I've had people ask me if I'm feeding raw rice. No, no one eats raw rice. I don't recommend it for humans or animals. Don't feed raw rice to any animal, please. Cook the rice as you would for yourself without seasoning, just the rice. Just add a little bit to their food to kind of bring all of that diarrhea together and just kind of bind their stomach up a little bit. Alright? And I shouldn't have to say that, but unfortunately I do. Do not feed raw rice. Now, the next set of things that I feed on a daily basis, listen, they're optional, but I kind of highly recommend them, are supplements, okay? Go to your pharmacy, get a store brand, human grade fish oil, alright? And you can do a daily fish oil supplement. You can get really big bottles, really cheap prices, and you feed one every day or, one every other day. It'll help. It absolutely helps. You'll see changes in their coat and in their skin health. Just a daily or every other day fish oil. Alright? human grade. You can get that at the pharmacy. You can do a daily dog multivitamin. I mean, it doesn't help, especially if you're starting. It doesn't hurt, especially if you're just starting out on BARF diet and you really haven't created that balanced diet for your dog yet. You know, aiding them in a daily multivitamin can help to just stabilize them and stabilize that meal and give them that balance that they need. You know, the phosphorus and the calcium and all that stuff will be there. You know, if it's missing from your recipes. Now, this next one, I am a real big fan of. I've used it in the past, and I use it now. I have big dogs, and I find that giving them a glucosamine supplement is absolutely just a necessity for me, especially large or older dogs, or even small dogs that have joint issues and you know, bone deficiencies. Glucosamine is absolutely amazing. I've seen dogs that go from limping to running around like it's no one's business the very next day. And it sounds too good to be true, but glucosamine is absolutely amazing, so check that out for yourself. Another thing I'm going to throw in here, which I didn't plan to, is diatomaceous earth. Now, diatomaceous earth is really cheap. You can get huge bags of it for like 10-15 bucks, and I'm talking about like 50 to 100 pound sacks of this thing that'll last you a lifetime. Now, you know, maybe once a month you want to use this. Now, if you don't know about diatomaceous earth, check out my other video. I have a video explaining all about it. But diatomaceous earth, natural way of deworming your dogs, and save yourself from giving your dog an unnecessary injection and just filling their bodies with absolute junk. You know, a natural way of just cleaning them out. Now, I think I covered everything. If I didn't, if I missed something, please leave me a comment, shoot me a question, and just get started. 2 to 3% of your dog's ideal body weight daily, that's what you're feeding, and that should consist of 80% muscle meat, 5% organs, 10% bone, and 5% fats with fruits and veggies. Bones you can feed three times a week, you know, just to prevent possible constipation. Deep freeze your meats, alright? Poultry 3 days, you know, beef, red meats, you know, 3 days to a week. Pork, bear, any wild meat, 3 weeks. Salmon 1 week. Fish 1 week. You know, prepare your meats. Cut off the excess fats. It's okay to wash them. You know, cut off extra, you know, bones that they really don't need, small bones. Toss it in the freezer. Feed it, you know, when it's fully thawed, or feed it, you know, when it's semi-frozen. You know, it'll slow them down, prevent bloat, and they'll really get that workout from their food. Leafy greens, you know, it's okay to pre-cook them. You know, I know this is a raw diet, but pre-cook them. Pre-cook leafy greens and vegetables. It'll help to start that breakdown process, and your dog will absolutely be able to digest them much better, and the nutrients and the vitamins will be more bioavailable to your dogs. So definitely steam your veggies. And yeah, that's about it. You know, quick recap. I hope I, you know, have helped. And like I said, like, subscribe, share my videos. Please get me out there. I don't do this, I don't get paid for YouTube, I just want to spread the word. So like, subscribe. If you have any questions, concerns, leave them down in a comment. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.